Well, hello, hello. Welcome back to Neptune Fish Tarot. My name is Alicia. So, we're going to be doing the monthly readings this week for all the signs, and I'm going to start today with the sign of Pisces. So, this is really just going to start with June 1st, and this can it can really apply to any of the month of June. It's not going to apply for every Pisces, obviously, but it very well may apply for you. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Pisces, or you're here to watch for another Pisces, or you're just curious, something about the title or something guides you here, welcome. We're just going to hop right into the reading. So I did shuffle the decks. I've got several oracle decks that I shuffled today. I'm using as the main deck. I did use the Wild Unknown Tarot, and then I clarified with the Cosmic Tarot. So we got a lot of cards out on the table. We're just going to hop right into it. You can kind of see right at the center of the reading, we've got a bunch of swords. Loss and heartbreak. That's going to be what's the theme of this reading. You're probably, if you resonate with this, you're probably going to know what this is right off the top. Looks like some real heartbreak went down. The good news is, under the deck, you've got the Ten of Wands. So that's good, right? It's done and it's over with. We've also got the Ten of Swords down here. It's done and it's over with. There's really nothing else. There's really nothing else lingering. Now we're on to healing. All right. So we start with the Six of Swords. We are moving on. We've got to allow whatever the situation, whatever the heartbreak it is, we've got to allow it now to unfold and unravel itself within us. I will just kind of say at the outset here that the challenge for you is going to be deciding how long you want to hold on to it for, right? So letting, grief, trauma, letting go of pain, letting go of heartache, it's not an overnight thing, okay? It almost never is. However, I do feel like we are coming into a place this month, in the month of June, with the astrology being what it is, where we're going to have some real opportunities to gain some ground, okay? And to grab a hold of some of our own power in this healing process. And so I would say at the outset, this reading has everything to do with that process of healing, the decisions and the choices that you're going to make in order to gain a new perspective, and to allow the process to be your teacher, to be your guide. And I think that's what we get here with the Hierophant, okay? The Three of Swords, it's just the heartbreak. There's no sugarcoating it. So I don't know, Pisces, what you lost. I don't know if it was a relationship. I don't know if it was a job. I don't know if it was a home. And I hope that it wasn't, a death of a loved one, but it could be it could be all of these things, all right? But there is palpable loss here. And the good news, again, is we see with the reversed Eight of Swords, we're probably not going to get stuck in it, though. I feel like in the past, we might have seen, if this were upright Eight of Swords, I would say that maybe it was, in the past, it may have been a heavier thing, a prolonged agony, a real and true heartbreak. Because on the other side of this, we do have the Two of Swords. And so I do see this message saying that we're making a decision to take the blinders off. We're really making the decision to take a really hard look, to take a new point of view as we go into healing mode, as we turn inward and we begin to nourish, our wound, right? This is a real wound. We're not going to minimize it, okay? But I don't feel like we're going to stay stuck in it either. I feel like we're going to open our eyes and we're going to start to really take a look at the patterns. This brings us all the way back to the Six of Cups, and we've got it twice. All right, this is important. We've got the Six of Cups with the wild unknown clarified by the Six of Cups in the Cosmic Tarot. Very significant to me. If you get the same card come out twice, it means what it means. All right, we're going back to the root of the problem. We're going back to the foundation, where all of this stems from. All right. So there's something, an emotional pattern within us that we may want to take a look at, and we may want to consider, what is it from our childhood, okay, from an earlier time in our life that continues to bring us into this Three of Swords. I do feel like when we get to the bottom row that we are in a uniquely and divinely guided place to actually start to put an end, to shift this pattern. All right, so that is the good news. Now, let's take a look, because then the next cup that came out was the Ace of Cups. So, clarified by the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. Here's the message, right? We don't want to close our heart space off so that we can't allow the new opportunity to come in with this Ace of Cups. So if it's a relationship, right? If it's love, let's use that as the most obvious example here. All right. So we go down into the roots of our history, and here we're suffering the pain of loss, emotional loss, right? But here's where we get to make a decision, again with this Two of Swords. We get to make the choice consciously to allow the new, rejuvenating love to come in, brand new. Instead of seeing the Five of Cups as grief and loss, right? We get to see the opportunity. Yes, there's a storm brewing outside her window. Yes, all of her cups are spilt and her flowers are dried, and she's pale and sullen and sad. And same with this Two of Swords. Very despondent looking expressions on these women's face. But this is exactly where we get to use our judgment, which is now clarifying this Ten of Swords. I love the Ten of Swords in this because this beast is completely, he's dead. I mean, it's done. There isn't any need to think about it anymore. There isn't any need to spend energy Okay. Now, with the Judgment, we have this ability to use this grief, to use this pain, to decide to use it as a place of renewal, right? You see these people in Judgment and they're like coming up out of the earth. There's sun, rising in the background. There are trumpets heralding the return of these people. They're coming back to life. This Ace of Cups with this Judgment is the decision to come back to life after, just being dead, just being taken down. Whatever this is, it's over now. And with the Star, we are healing, right? We are now transitioning into a phase of healing. The last cup that came, the last card that came out was the Five of Cups again, right? But the difference in this Five of Cups versus this Five of Cups is, while these Five of Cups are all spilled, these Five of Cups are all upright. So we're making a choice to go on a healing journey. We're making a decision to take on this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands energy, right? These are divine feminines who understand their power, who are accessing their power to bring into their reality, to have the confidence and the knowing, right, inside, the ability to take action, tangible action, right, to be creative in rebuilding what was lost. The Prince of Swords, this is fast moving, right? This is fast moving Knight of Swords energy. So we are renewing our minds very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We're renewing our emotions. The cups are again upright, and we are reclaiming our power. The choice is going to be whether you want to get stuck in this energy and for how long. Because the truth is that healing is not going to happen overnight, right? This is to encourage us of what is possible. All right. So what is possible is that we can do the work. We can do the work to go into those emotional heart spaces, right? To allow that healing to come up through our heart center, right? And to allow us to just put this animal behind us, to bury it, like these people in Judgment. And, we bury the dead so that, the new day can dawn and we can renew ourselves. We can renew our mind and our emotions, and we can go forth in the world as new people, truly as new people, wiser, right? And then we can share with the world the things that we've learned. So it's really kind of a beautiful story. At the bottom of the deck, on the Cosmic Tarot, we had the Eight of Pentacles, and the bottom of the deck, I already said, we had the Ten of Wands. So it's a real transition. We're a work in progress, right? But we're seeing the possibility of being truly successful here in this. And this is echoed very nicely here. We had 3 astrology oracle cards come out. What are they called? Black Moon astrology cards. I can never remember the name of that. Ninth house, which is ruled by Sagittarius, card number 33. This is faith. In Earth element, card 38, stability. And Scorpio, card 20, I transform. And this is the message, right? We are maintaining a stability through this, right? We are saying to ourselves, okay, this life event just unfolded, right? We're in, eclipse season. We're in retrograde season right now. Saturn's retrograde, Mercury's retrograde. A lot of stuff is being unearthed, right? A lot of stuff is coming up. We're at standstill. This is kind of standstill energy. And we don't know how things are going to unfold. We can't see it. Transformation is very uncomfortable. It's very unsettling. Change is always unexpected when it comes like that. I mean, sometimes it's expected, but it's not until you get to experience it, right, that, it sort of, it tests you. It tests your faith, right? And so let's keep going, because that was the Moonology card that came out. Your commitment is being tested. And I think that ties in with that faith card. All right. Stay the course. All right. We did get, this is a newer oracle. This is actually the shaman. Comes from the wild unknown archetype. And I may actually read a little bit about the shaman, but this is definitely all related to the healing journey. All right. And then being able to, once you yourself are able to go through it, then you have something to gift the rest of the world, right? Or your people, who you may influence in your world with what you have gained through this process, so that you have something to offer, not just yourself, right? Understanding how to work effectively through pain and loss is a really important skill set for you, for me. But then we also have context to help others through their grieving process. And then lastly, we had 2 divine feather cards. Robin, new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. That's definitely a challenging mindset when you're in a place of grief. And then the starling, now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. And I think that's really important, right? So I think here's the other message. Be careful that we're not spending a lot of time in isolation and a lot of time, again, stuck in our heads, mulling this over and over and over again. Allow this process to sort of organically be, put to bed, I guess is a good way of putting it. Allow yourself to renew, right, day by day. And I do think that this is really good advice. Get outside, get out in nature, go outside, connect with people, connect with the new. you've got to spend time in shadow sometimes, and then there's other times where you've got to go out into the light. And Pisces, I would say that in this month of June, this is a time to spend in the light. This is the time to spend nurturing yourself, healing your emotions. Write in your gratitude journals. Like, let's find something that we can be grateful for. Let's focus on what we can do to renew ourselves and to bring ourselves into our own alignment. All right. To soothe this and to transmute this pain in its own time. Well, I wish it were something other, but it's not. And so this is what we have for June, my Pisces. I hope that you found something in this reading to be of help. And I am going to leave it right there. And I will see you all next time.